right. It's time for the Dog and Chicken Show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 20 Yeah. New milestone, Tony. And,
yes.
We're going to have some fun with it tonight. But first off, you feeling any better? God damn it.
I am, finally. Like 3 weeks of feeling like shit. I'm still coughing, and you're going to hear that. I'll try to mute it every time I do, but no, I was taking antibiotics. I was taking cough meds. Somebody gave me some steroid pill. I mean, it was 3 weeks of awfulness. So I probably still don't sound great, but it's just the coughs now. Like every night, like when I lay down, I like turn the TV off. I lay down. I'm like finally tired. I lay down. And then it hits you right in the back of your throat, right down here. And you just start coughing and coughing and coughing and hacking and hacking. Finally, you get through it. You go to sleep. You wake up. You hack a couple times and go about your day. It's not been fun. I hope nobody else is going through it.
That sounds like shit, man. That doesn't sound fun at all.
No. And when I cough really hard. I don't know, like when you cough, do you get like super lightheaded?
No, not really, but I'm a fucking smoker, so like I cough for different reasons. Tony, this is gonna piss you off, and I got to knock on wood real quick. Like, so I watch everybody around me get sick, and I don't want to say I'm superhuman, but I'm kind of fucking superhuman. I don't remember the last time I actually got sick. And I think a lot of it is because I don't actually take any fucking time off and give my body a rest. I just go, and always working. And even when I have days off, I tell myself I'm still going to work. I'm still going to do stuff. And I keep my busy schedule. Because I remember the last time I was like, I'm going to take like 5 days off in a row and do nothing. I got sick as fuck. My body was like,
I get it.
Fuck you, dude. You have nothing to do. Time for me to say fuck off. And
we've got a lot of shit to catch up on here, bud. You better just get comatose.
Oh, fuck. I know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think there was probably like a 5-6 year stretch there where I didn't get sick. Maybe I was drinking so much that I don't know, flushed it out. But I didn't puke sick for a long time. And then I think it was like last year, I got about the same level of sick as I've been. But I mean, it was within like a 3-4 day period. This has been just a lingering thing. But like last year, I got real sick. And one night, it finally broke. I'm laying in bed. I woke up. And when they say you wake up in a cold sweat, like your fever breaks, I was fucking soaked. I'm like wiping inches of sweat off myself. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. But I immediately felt like 1,000 times better. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I went back to sleep. An hour later, same thing again. Broke sweat. Holy crap. Fever's finally gone again. I'm like, oh my God, how many times is this going to happen? I want to go back to sleep.
You know what I call those? Wet dreams.
Well, that's where my mind went first. But I'm like, I was having a dream about not sexy stuff.
How many of these wet dreams am I going to have?
Yeah. Like, I haven't had this many wet dreams since like grade school or middle school or whenever the hell those started.
Yeah.
I haven't been like puke sick for...
Yeah.
It's been a long, long time since I've been puke sick. The last time I remember, it's probably been since like 2010, since I was like pukey sick. And I was sitting on the couch, we were watching TV. I got up, I went to take a leak. I wasn't feeling great all of a sudden. I went to take a leak. And before I could even piss, all of a sudden, like the bottom of my gut, up my stomach, into my throat, it just projectile, and it was a constant stream of like 15 seconds. I lost probably 20 pounds of whatever the hell was in me. And it just constant. She's like, she finally comes in. What the hell is going on? I'm like, oh. It looked like The Exorcist, like just constant flow. It looked like a garden hose coming out of my mouth. It was insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty blessed with it, and
I heal really fast for most shit, like even just injuries. But I don't know. I think I'm just fatigued, and that was probably the reason this lasted as long as it did. Fucking harvest.
I don't know. I always hate talking about it because then that's when,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the mental thing. That's why everybody that says, oh, I got the flu shot and then I got sick. It's in your head.
Well, no, I seriously won't do the flu shot though.
I never get it because the last time I got it, I got sick anyway. And Lindsay will fight me on every time I bring it up. She's like, no, because it only protects from a certain strain. I'm like, then what's the point? There's like a million strains of the flu. You get a shot that stops like 2 or 3 of them. What was the point of it?
That's a
if you can still
Ponzi
get
scheme.
sick. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so this happened to my wife. Amber's had to went in. I think she went in one time, and I think because work kind of almost forced her to go get one. She had never had the flu, and then so she goes in and gets the goddamn flu shot, and she gets the worst fucking flu she's ever had. Had it again, I think a milder version, either the next year or the year after, but never did one again, and she doesn't get the flu anymore. And you know what? I've had the stomach flu before. I've had that 2-day bug where you're just may have been food poisoning for all I fucking know, but the influenza type shit, I've been around people that have it, and I never get the damn thing. And then I watch everybody else go get this fucking flu shot and all these advertisements for a flu shot. And it's just, I think it feels like a scam to me. It really does.
It is.
Everybody
it's
that's
a lot of it's
I got my flu
effect.
shot, and they're all coughing all over everything. I'm like, fucking good job, dumbass.
No, it's placebo effect. You see somebody else get sick, you see the commercials, the season changes, slight allergies get emphasized, and a lot of it's in your head. Some people just hearing that somebody got sick a week ago, and they will physically get ill because it's in their head so bad. I don't know. Power suggestion.
I guess. Fuck, this isn't where we're going with this episode at all, was it?
No, we have gone off on a lot of tangents. We already went off on a tangent before we started the episode.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll upload everything unedited, what we started off with on our new Patreon page, which honestly, I shame on me, I haven't done shit with. I've been too busy working this week, but you will see everything unedited, nothing uncut, and what we say before and after, full conversation. Careful, you might not like it.
No, maybe. Some people will not like it.
Yeah. But if you know us and you just want to, support the show in any way, because honestly, we make no money on this. We are not advertising anything. We do this for fun, and and there's some funny content and some fun things to listen to. So, and
there's always a chance I whip out a nut.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just look in the show notes, the little button on the bottom right over in the bottom of the screen on YouTube, and it'll drop down a menu and it gives you links and whatnot. It tells you the description of the show. There'll be a link to our Patreon page in there. So I'm tired of editing links into this, and there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do for a free show. So if you want some fancy edits, then I need some,
send him a couple bucks. Come on.
Yeah, Jesus. Come on, it's not that hard. Whatever. I don't care. I had fun.
Yeah, as far as the Patreon goes, I was listening to your episode with Matt, and towards the end of that, oh boy, woo,
dude,
colorful.
You know how much cutting I had to do in that one?
Really?
There was probably a good 45 minutes of that episode I cut out. Some was Gold's, and some was at Matt's request that he didn't want to have put in there. We had some off the cuff conversations that were more personal and private, so respecting his wishes on some of that. But there was some good stuff in there that I was like, ooh, I gotta be careful. It's a long podcast. Nobody was gonna listen that far into it more than likely anyway. But
I did.
There was some stuff in there, and it was like, yeah. That's the hard part about this. Not only Tony, me and you have done, hour long, 2 hour long, 3 hour long. We've had Phil on here for 4. We did the video game one, which honestly, the original clip of that was what, 5 hours almost?
Well, yeah. Plus we recorded before that.
Yeah. And I did one with my brother earlier that day for 3 hours.
Holy crap.
That was a crazy day.
Yeah, it's 12 hours of podcasting. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, I have to go back and you know, in Tony, you do this, you know, you don't do as long as episodes with your wrestling podcast with Phil. Plug insert here.
Yes, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Check it out.
But your guys' are a lot shorter videos, but you have to go back and like actually listen to it.
Well, yeah, and see, that's the funny thing, because the first few episodes we did was just us watching the big pay-per-view, and I turned the computer on record, and it would just listen to us commentate watching the show. So the original cut would be like 4.5 hours, and I'd have to listen to the whole thing and take just sections of it, piece it together, and put out like a 45-minute episode. I'm like, no, we got to change. Yeah, it's horrible. I'm like, no, we got to change
yourself. Have the same conversation that you already had. Like, oh, yeah. It sucks sometimes. If it's not entertaining, it really sucks.
Exactly. So I'm like, no, we need to change the format up, and we got more. It's a lot more familiar with people who watch like wrestling YouTube channels, because it follows about the same format, and you know, it's a lot easier now. I can piece together quick 2-3 minute clips into one big episode, and I'm basically done editing by the time we're done at the night. It's not so bad. But yeah, this is totally different animal. I get it. I feel your pain.
And honestly, you know, I don't mind listening back to some of these, because it is good for me to like go, you know, I listen to podcasts on the road and I got long drives all the time, and I'm like, would I actually listen to this? And it kind of gives me a perspective of, hey, maybe this content is kind of stupid, or maybe I can cut that whole section out because it made no sense, and you know, maybe I'm going to cut this whole part out because who gives a shit? But maybe I'll get it in. I don't fucking know. But, you know, when I listen back to it, then I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like I might actually listen to that, or I learned something from that. I learned something about myself sometimes. I learn a lot about Tony and you know, some of his little cues I don't always see on camera, you know, and you know, sometimes I'll say something, you can see him going, oh, Jesus, I know where he's going. And bracing himself, like, you know, I almost see him grab the edge of the table sometimes going, oh, fuck, this is going south.
Yep. I think, yeah, the best was the college football top 25, because towards the end of that, you were smoked. And you just started, I hear it in your voice, you just goes, you know, I'm like, oh, shit. Here we go.
He's had a couple too many. Here we go.
You started getting real colorful. I'm like, all right, let's see where this goes.
I bet this one gets colorful. Happy 25.
Yes.
It's a milestone. We can get colorful on these.
Yeah. So what's our topic tonight?
Well, first off, what is our topic tonight? We're just
I don't know. We're all over the place.
So we have several things we wanted to bring up tonight, and we just may have a guest pop in at random tonight. So cross your fingers. We may go extreme, may not. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But if he jumps on, I don't think we'll get much of a notice. I think it's just going to happen. So
I literally just got a question mark text I'm responding to. I was sending a text to him as I got one in. So, yeah, he should be jumping in here shortly. So let's just dive right in.
So real quick, before we have our, you know, unannounced guest that I think anybody who's actually listened knows who that's going to be. But one thing I wanted to share. So it's a little bit of politics, but I was trying to turn it into fun and have fun with it, because we all have been hearing about this stupid impeachment stuff, you know, whether you want Trump impeached or not. Like, so first off, anybody who thinks impeaching Trump means he leaves office, nope, go look it up. Like, that doesn't mean anything. It just means you're going to charge him with a crime. Two, what crime do you feel he committed? And now you have to prove that he committed that crime. So good luck with that. First off, have fun, because that's not going to be an easy task. You are not a lawyer, most of you. You know, if any lawyers are listening, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend you in any way. But the funny part is, like, the media, the Facebook, Twitter's probably the only one on the right side of this whole deal. I'm even afraid to say this name on this podcast, because I have seen YouTube videos being taken down. But I will adjust slightly, because you know what? Facebook did not take down my post when I adjusted just slightly. So I made a post and I took a screenshot of it because I had a feeling it was going to get taken down. I've heard the rumors that all you had to do was post the whistleblower's name in actual text, and the post will be magically deleted. And so I assumed if I did that, I would have it magically deleted, and then I would get some kind of notification explaining why. I got nothing, Tony. I got nothing. It just disappeared. I'm glad I screenshotted it to prove that I actually did post it. I remember I had one of my friends, Heather, actually comment, said, "Nice knowing ya, ha ha." Like she knew what I was doing, and it was gone. The notification that she replied to it was gone. The likes that I had on it, notifications, all of it gone. It just disappeared, and I had no notification, email, no nothing telling me why or what's happening. So the post I put, this is the most dangerous thing you can say on Facebook right now. Erica Cherimella, I purposely am butchering the name, folks, is the whistleblower. I actually posted the real name in this Facebook post, but for the purposes of YouTube, I had to kind of butcher the name a little bit. That way, if the little bots get a hold of what I said and try to yank down our video, which whatever, if they do, I don't know, it's not that big a deal. But but like the fact that you put somebody's name on there that is well known, if you look up whistleblower's name on Google or DuckDuckGo or like you can easily find this. The New York Times has posted the name. You know how we got the name? Tony, do you know how we found out who the whistleblower is?
I assume social media.
No. So, who's protecting the whistleblower first off? Why is this such a big deal?
Well, ABC, the Democrats, the left, so on and so forth.
The Democrats are like, no, we're not going to tell anybody who this whistleblower is. They released documentation with his goddamn name still not redacted. And now they're doubling down saying, no, we're going to protect the whistleblower. You can't say his name. You fucking said his name. You put it in print and gave it to the public. You fucking dumbass.
Oh my God.
And now they're like, no. And so they're putting pressure on Facebook. They're putting pressure on Google, telling them, hey, when people talk about him, like, gotta get rid of it. We don't want his life to be in danger. And his life's not in danger. The reason they don't want his name out there is he is not only a registered Democrat and huge Democrat supporter, and he has no backing of his claims of what he's saying the president did, but there's like pictures of him with Hillary, and you name it. He hangs out with the who's who of the Democratic Party, and he's getting called out on all this stuff. And they're trying to protect their own ass right now. They're not trying to protect him. They're trying to save face because they fucked up and went too far with something that they really didn't have enough to go on. They wanted him to stay secret, and they were almost doing this. They were bluffing. Honestly, that's what was happening. They were bluffing, and they wanted to keep him as the ace up their sleeve, even though, like, it was really a 2. And and then all of a sudden, they like...
Turns out 2s aren't wild.
Well, so what happened is, they got this 2 up their sleeve, and then they're like, fuck, it's kind of hot in this room. And then they unbutton their sleeve, and a 2 falls on the table, and they're like, shit. No, that wasn't a 2. You didn't see my card. You can't see my card. No, that's my card. You didn't see my card. You can't talk about my card. I'm still going to play my hand. I still got to play my hand. We're playing still. Like, you see how, like, does that make sense? Like, this is so stupid right now.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect analogy. They thought they had a Deuce's Wild game going, and apparently nobody told them that, no, we're just playing straight poker, guys.
Yeah, no, we're playing backgammon right now. So
they're playing Go Fish.
Game. Yeah,
they're playing Go Fish. That's the problem.
They're playing the wrong fucking game either way.
Yeah. No.
But either way, so back to my Facebook post. It gets deleted just because I put somebody's name. I put the guy's name in a post. They delete what I say without ever telling me. They just delete it like it never existed. There is no record of it anywhere and nothing to tell me that it got deleted. The only reason that I went back and looked is because I wondered, did it actually get deleted? Because I didn't get any notifications for like 2 days on it. And when I posted it, I got like 5 notifications within like 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, nothing for 2 days. I'm like, okay, are they just suppressing it and hiding it from timelines, or is it gone? I went and looked, that son of a bitch is gone. I'm like, they really did this? So, guess what I did?
You screenshotted it.
Oh, yeah. I had the original screenshot, and I posted that screenshot because the AI that they have cannot read a picture screenshot.
Yeah.
And then I made it my, not my like face background, but my background of my
cover.
Yeah, my cover of my Facebook page. So it's posted all over. So if they ever get AI that can read a fucking picture, great. It'd be fantastic. I can't wait.
Oh.
Just when you thought you were safe, it is I. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Yes. Welcome, Phil.
Better late than never. It is I, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man who makes the other podcast cower, your king of extreme, Phil KOE, here to lend the KOE Nation's millions upon millions, possibly billions of fans to the Dog and Chicken Show. How we doing there, folks?
Good, Phil. You joined at the perfect time, Phil.
Oh, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
We were just talking about the whistleblower who shall not be named because they delete everything. But Erica,
you okay there? You okay?
Yeah.
I just got this really weird cough in my throat, and I need to take what's that little lozenge? Is it called a caramella? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, Erica caramella. Erica caramella.
Yeah, that's right. It's just for that cough in my throat. Oh no, I haven't heard the name of the actual whistleblower. Caramella. I just, I got a little.
So yeah, Phil's up to speed on this one, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That's so much better.
So Phil, I just kind of gave an analogy to Tony about how, the Democrats, what they really are doing is they had egg on their face after this. Like, they knew this was bullshit, but they were bluffing. They were obviously bluffing, and it was the ace up their sleeve, and then it got warm in the room, and so they unbuttoned their sleeves, and all of a sudden this fucking 2 fell out on the table, and they're like, oh shit, no, that's an ace. It's not a 2. It's an ace. It's an ace, not a 2, and they're trying to hide the goddamn thing now. They're the ones that gave it up. They're the ones that put his name out there, and now they're trying to get social media to just shut everybody up and get rid of the name like it doesn't exist.
That is fascinating, the fact that they're trying to memory hold the name of the whistleblower whose
Erica.
name is totally not Eric Caramella.
It's Erica.
It's not by what?
It's not Erica.
I mean,
it's not Erica Caramella.
Are you assuming the whistleblower's gender, sir?
No, I'm just saying the whistleblower's name is not Erica Caramella. It's close to it, but it's not Erica Caramella. You don't say the actual name because then you get kicked off of here.
Yeah, it's Eric Chlamydia. So
yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good name. Let's go with Eric Chlamydia from now on.
He's Eric Chlamydia, whistleblower extraordinaire. Boy,
now you're assuming his gender.
That was not the James Bond 007 designation he was hoping for.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Edward Snowden, you are not.
Oh, ouch. That's the problem. That guy makes Edward Snowden look manly.
Yeah.
So, I watched I'm actually a working guy. I actually got things I have to do throughout the day. So I wasn't able to spend all day listening to it, but I jumped in and out. NPR was falling all over themselves, giving you to the second coverage. So I was able to jump in and out. You know, it just seemed kind of like an empty circus. Representative Jim Jordan did okay for himself.
Jim Jordan's he's always well prepared. He always does a good job, like turning the political scene and the legal scene into a common sense, you're a dumbass conversation. Like, he's really good at it. I like him.
Yes, I'll give him that. What was established is nobody really knows anything. We're all just talking about what we heard somebody say at some time somewhere about something that I heard another guy's like.
Yeah, it's from somebody who said something to somebody from somewhere that said something to somebody else.
This sounds like playing telephone with your friends back in the day.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
It sounds like an interesting experiment in the English language of trying to see if you can actually write something in the sixth person. Like you've heard of like referring to yourself in the like Phil KOE doesn't do that. That's not very good for Phil KOE. That's referring to yourself in the second person. I think we're trying to get to the sixth person.
So this is layers of dimensions of talking about yourself.
Yes.
A whole new level of ego, right?
Yes.
Either way, it is
fake news.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Chicken,
Erica,
you are
Erica
well
can
on
go to
your
hell.
way. You are well on your way to becoming a morning zoo crew personality.
I hope not. I got a job.
Well, I mean, you got half of it covered. You got your animal-related name. So.
Yeah. Now I just got to get I'll have to change my real name. Yeah.
Why do you think I keep doing that?
You've been Tony G for a minute. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Exactly. I'm just rolling with the alias I'm familiar with.
We'll get to that later. But
we'll get to that very shortly.
So the whistleblower, was there anything that, like, Chicken, when you were anything today in all the news analysis, was there a point where you're like, oh, smoking gun, we got him, he's got to resign? Or was there even a point where you're like, oh, that doesn't sound very good for Trump? What was there that, light bulb moment that the Democrats are hoping for the general public?
So the light bulb moment for me was 3 days ago when I posted the whistleblower's name on my Facebook account saying this was the most dangerous thing I could say. And then they immediately delete my post without telling me why or any follow-up to it at all. When that type of action can happen to a random dude, a random fucking guy out in the middle of goddamn nowhere that has no name recognition across this country whatsoever, if I cannot put somebody's name on a platform like that, I can't say it on here, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that to me was...
Well, look at that, and look at the timing of the YouTube cracking down on what they want to promote and monetize and allow. Like, it's the exact same time frame. Like, ooh, could there be a coincidence?
Yeah,
Right.
Tony, did you catch that video I sent you about how...
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, yeah.
They're going to slowly... Because the thing you got to realize, Chicken, is these platforms that you're on, like Facebook and YouTube, they don't want YouTube famous people because they are then held accountable for what those people then do afterwards. They want guys like Jack Black and, like, Christopher Walken or whoever, like well-established stars, to use YouTube to say, hey, look at my crazy, wacky thing I've done.
Yeah, what they did was brilliant, though, because they cornered the market. They monopolized the whole thing, so there's no competition, and they have lost money building what they have and took in such a huge audience, and all these people built what they wanted, and now that there's no competition and everybody's assigned and subscribed to everything, Now they can start putting up walls and parameters and saying, fuck you, we don't want you. Fuck you, we don't want you.
Yep,
and they're going to start, small channels like this are going to get the axe. We're going to be done. There's not going to be growth for random people.
Please like, share, and subscribe to help us get just big enough to not get the axe. That's really all we want, folks. Like, share, subscribe, because that's the weird thing I found out about America ever since about 2008, 2010, is you just got to get big enough. Because remember the too big to fail? If you get big enough, doesn't matter. You will not be allowed to fail in America if you just get big enough. But that's the kicker. You just got to get enough. So like, share, subscribe, folks.
Tony, just in case, you're going to have to put like all of our episodes, continuity 1 through 25, plus all the other stuff onto Patreon, onto Spotify, just so we actually have like a cloud backup of these episodes when we do inevitably get wiped from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So the KOE Nation will not be deprived of my brilliance, you see. But now, Chicken, to what you were saying about your Facebook post that I find fairly interesting is that did either of you ever read 1984 growing up? This really reminds me of The Memory Hole. In the Orwellian,
I remember it. I don't know if I read the whole thing, but I know what you're talking about.
Was when the Ministry of Truth would make a fact disappear from the public. You are never allowed to discuss it, never allowed to know it. It's been shoved down the memory hole, and this Eric Chlamydia guy has been shoved down the memory hole, and we're not allowed to. Boy, I really could have stated that better. But Chlamydia down, shoved down the hole. But oh God, what do you got? Yeah, so you're getting your Facebook post just mentioning. How dare you speak public information, Chicken? You, sir, are guilty of a random act of journalism. How dare you? Turn yourself in to the free speech police.
You dick.
Yep, sorry, Chicken. You are guilty of a random act of journalism, and that cannot be tolerated in this year of our Lord 2000 and current year. So...
he keeps doing that year of the Lord, and all I can...
Necessary.
I was doing the shopping cart there.
Yeah, we live in really interesting times where if the information that you want out is inconvenient to those in power, it will be well known now that the information will be suppressed. These are some fascinating times. If this is the stuff that they're suppressing out in the open, you only really have to ask, what are they suppressing that we don't even know they're suppressing?
So what do you think about the chick from ABC who had the story for Epstein for 3 years, and then she gets the hot mic? Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And the fact that that clip gets out there and she says what she says, how does anybody take anything that they've done up to this point since Trump got elected? How can anybody take anything they've said seriously?
Right.
After that.
Not only that, you can't take them serious now, but then they made it worse by finding that whistleblower, which I can't say Erica Charamella's bullshit fucking name. I can't say her name, but they found who outed the ABC video, and they're working for CBS, who they claim that wasn't them, but then fucking fired him.
Yeah.
Like, ABC calls CBS and says it's her, she fucking did it, and then they fucking fire her. Yeah, that's fucking great journalism. Yeah, I trust both organizations now. I'm gonna listen to everything they fucking say.
Well, here was the thing that really, really upset me about that ABC leak is it just went to show that is power. That is power. You, Chicken, you, Tony, me, despite my vast influence, has no power to squash a story on ABC, okay? The Prince of England, the Clintons, all these other very powerful people were shown to demonstrate to have the power to squash a story. And the idea that this wasn't a big story is absolute nonsense. This has turned out to be one of the biggest stories of the decade easily.
Yeah, but look who's not talking about it. Who's trying to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it didn't happen.
The reporter herself, she was so mad about, like, I had all the information and they just wouldn't run with.
Think we're losing Phil there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I still got you, Tony. So, real quick, we'll keep on this for a little bit.
Oh, you do. Also, maybe you're sitting in the chair. Do you hear me right now?
Holy shit!
All of a sudden, he came back.
Oh my god! Did that sound to you like it did for me? Everything he said came at me like Speedy Gonzalez.
Really fast.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Nice, but you can hear me now.
Yeah, yes. Now you're back. Go ahead, start that over.
Okay,
I can cut that
what
out.
I was getting at is, you'll notice how she wasn't angry at getting scooped.
No,
she wasn't angry about that. I mean, that's what she was angry about. I got scooped. The story got scooped out from under me. Not, oh dang, I could have exposed this evil man and this pedophile.
Saved other kids from being like molested. And sold
those
to
3
sex
years she
trafficking.
stayed silent was 3 more years Epstein was abusing people. For 3 years, does she have a Facebook? Does she have an Instagram? Does she have a YouTube? There was no reason she needed to stay silent about that, and yet she did for 3 years, and that just goes to show that is the difference of power. The Clintons were able to get a story squashed.
She's not mad. She wasn't allowed to blow it open. She's mad because she didn't get the chance to become a household name by blowing it open. It's disgusting.
She's already a household name. That's the disgusting part. Is she could have, what Phil's alluding to, she could have done something more. If she actually cared about the story and cared about the people that could potentially be involved and be harmed by this, she could have done something to prevent future acts and turn this around. But you know what pisses me off the most? Phil, let's do a what if. Okay? Ooh. This is a what if. What if I had a juicy story that George Soros had a sex trafficking ring of little boys?
You'd end up suicided.
Yeah, exactly. I could scream it from the mountaintops. I could hand it to every news organization in the world. I could hand it to everybody. I would be shut down. I'd be silenced. My family's name would be run through the mud. I'd be written. Well, like, you run us through the mud all you want. I don't fucking care. Like, but like, it's not like
reprobates and ne'er do wells.
Yeah, I don't have a shit ton to lose, so like that's gonna hurt. But just saying though, like, you couldn't, as a normal person, but who wants to get that story out? You think the Epstein story, like, with her was a problem to get out for 3 goddamn years? Imagine, she's a household name. She's on Good Morning America. Fuck ton of people know who that is. Imagine if Joe Blow or even state senator or even, low-level government people know some shit. Some of them know some shit. And they've tried to raise alarms and really try to say something. It doesn't go very far. They get shut down. They get told to shut the fuck up, stay in your lane. You're not talking about this. Otherwise, you're fucking done. You're over. This is big. This is proof of not only deep state and beyond deep state, the fucking massive corruption of keep people that are pumping the money into the system in power, because you turn too many goddamn stones, you're going to flip the wrong one over, and there's going to be a big old fucking snake under there. It's going to bite you.
Well, the story itself is so bad, and then you listen to her talk about that story and how bad it is, and you're already disgusted, and then she looks like a monster because she's pissed because she didn't get the recognition. It just snowballs. It just gets terrible. Worse and worse and worse.
Well, and also one of the reasoning, if you listen to her reasoning, it's like, oh my God, we had to destroy the story about that prince because we would have lost access to Will and Kate and all that. Not like,
well, and then
so you would have. Well, hang on.
Her story the next day, she just said, yeah, it wasn't complete. She agreed with ABC. ABC goes, oh, the story wasn't complete, so we couldn't run it. And she goes, yeah, it wasn't complete. We couldn't run it. And she fucking sided with them. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, she got her marching orders. She got her marching orders precisely. But think about that. the royal family is kind of like this fluff nonsense. It's just an advertising ratings grabber. For some reason, Americans since the Revolutionary War have been obsessed with the happenings of the royal family. If you go back to even like post-Revolutionary War, the biggest gossip and tabloids Americans would buy was nonsense about the royal family. We care more about it more than most Europeans do for whatever reason. And so they're like, well, we can't lose access to the royal family. Let's crush this story about her own exact words from a attorney that was familiar with the situation. Let's crush a story about Jeffrey Epstein, the most prolific pedophile in North American history. Yeah, that story's got no legs to it at all. So, yeah, I'm sorry. This was powerful.
In the meantime, good morning, America. Let's talk about puppies and Michelle Obama.
God, you're right. But this is what is countering it, chicken. This is something more powerful than all the media, all the airwaves, all the internets, all anything. The most powerful thing at spreading messages in the 21st century has turned out to be the meme. Oh, my honey, my darling, don't put my love upon your shelf. She said, don't hand me no lines. And Epstein didn't kill himself. Yes, the memes are getting it out there better than any news story, anything could. Meme culture is what's getting this truth out there in 2019, which is spectacular.
My new favorite one. My new favorite one is the picture of somebody drew the little hangman. And then it's all open letters, no letters filled in, and you look at it and go, oh, Epstein didn't kill himself. I'd like to solve.
Yeah.
I like the little kid who was he's like writing the alphabet. He gets like ABC, and then it's Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Like there's so many good ones. Oh, but memes. Okay, I'm glad you said something. Oh man, Republicans are so much better at memes.
Yeah,
yes,
we went over
what
that.
the hell happened? Like, remember?
Why are Republicans so much more funny?
We lost Jon Stewart. That's what happened.
Yeah, yes. You lost Jon Stewart on the left, but oh my God, the right has just been like, oh, memes, you want to fucking do this? Bam, it's on. And holy shit, I have not seen a good meme making fun of a Republican in a long time. Even the Trump ones are lazy.
Yeah, they're really bad. Which is something that I've noticed interesting. The social justice warriors of today really resemble the hard right religious right of the late 90s, maybe early 80s to the late 90s. You know, those let's ban video games and lurid music and naughty movies and naughty pictures and anything that might offend my delicate sensibilities, we must ban from the public square. And that was the far right religious right of the 90s. And now today, in this year of our Lord 2000 and current year, the social justice warriors are now the religious right of the 90s. It's very fascinating.
You said it again. Every time you say year of the Lord, I'm going to hit the button.
Well, the reason I do that is because you always hear like the far left punditoids always talk about, well, can you believe in the current year there's people that disagree with whatever the hell it is that I think it is? Like, oh God, who's that guy with Last Week Tonight? That guy, he was the worst. Can you believe in 2016 people disagree with me? Can you believe in the current year people disagree with me?
Yes, so yes, I can. I can believe people disagree with the douchebag. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So
oh, yeah.
I like throwing that one in there. What can I say?
Fair enough. Anything else with Erica Chiramucci, Chalermella, Chirper, or this
Chlamydia.
singer,
Eric
or
Chlamydia? That's his name.
Chlamydia. You guys want to talk any more about chlamydia, or do we got this wrapped up?
Move on. Holy crap!
Before the channel gets deleted, let's move on.
It's already deleted.
Stepped that a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's already being deleted. Let's jump in. Tony.
Nice, Tony.
Oops.
Tony sent me some fantastic videos from what year were these, Tony? This has to be 15 years ago.
We would be looking at probably 2002, 2003, that time frame.
Yeah, like 16, 17 years ago. So
no, actually, 2001 to 2002 would be the accurate time frame. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so we hinted on it on our last episode, and those of you who know me, Tony and Phil, well enough know. Background? Yeah, we had a little backyard wrestling times and had some fun. But if you know me well enough, I was probably drunk when I was doing it. So
there's no probably about it.
It was terrible. So Tony sends me a video of the one match me and him had. It was awful. We're gonna watch it tonight.
Did we lose Phil?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I things were getting a little wobbly on my end, but I could still hear you. Now, you have to understand is this era of backyard wrestling is really what could be considered the peak of all wrestling, honestly. I mean, you had such amazing talents as the King of Extreme, Phil KOE, Tony G, the second longest reigning All-American champion, and you even had Chicken, the current longest reigning RXW All-American champion in history.
Still, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys realize this. I've actually done the math. Tony G, your RXW World Championship reign. Chicken, your All-American Championship reign. And my prestigious WCC Undisputed Multiversal World Heavyweight Championship. We, all three of us, have currently beaten the Fabulous Moolah's record as longest standing champion as of last year.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Woo! Three legends!
We should be in, like, the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, we really should be.
Easily.
Yeah.
All of it.
I don't know what.
Just yes, Chicken.
When you play this, are you going to play the audio, or are we going to do commentary?
Is this Tony versus Chicken one-on-one?
Yeah, with Phil commentating. And that is probably the funniest part of this whole thing is Phil's commentary. There's so much hate.
Awesome commentator, was I not, Tony?
There was so much hate in your voice throughout this whole thing. It was fantastic.
So much meat in my voice.
Oh, man.
All right, so without further ado, folks, we're going to kick off the epic showdown. And at this time, me and Tony were tag team champions. We were partners and tag team champions. And we decided to have a match together. And Tony had his normal persona, but apparently I was a white gangster from Inglewood.
Yep.
Yeah.
You insisted on that.
That's right. You insisted on coming out to rap music, and you thought you're all hard. And yes, I remember.
Yep. But at least I know my gender. We might cut that for the Patreon part.
Yes.
But yeah, so real quick, while we're cutting for the Patreon part, I'm just gonna throw this fucking in there. I'll cut this out on the YouTube part, but this will be on the Patreon part. This is the type of shit I've talked to Tony about this a couple times. So like kids nowadays, it's like cool to be transgender and cool to think that you're binary or cool to like. I just think back. I'm like, hey, I remember when it was cool to think you were kind of black, but you weren't. I knew I wasn't black. I just act a little black and act a little hard, but then when I went home, I knew I was white because my brothers would fuck me up.
Now, Chicken, don't think this is the wrong way, but one guy that you broadcast with, that we will just go call him Flea for now. We won't go call him his real name, but we'll just call him Flea. You know who you are. There was a while in high school where every week you're like, so what is he this week? Is he a prep? Is he a cowboy? Or is he a wannabe, like, gangbanger? What's his, like, is he wearing the polo shirt? Is he wearing the cowboy hat? Or is he rocking the saggy jeans for whatever reason? And it changed from week to week.
So
and we thought
I'll give him credit
hilarious.
because the entire time he was a male and he knew it.
True.
And he never went to try to get his nuts cut off or say that, you know, you need to call me by this name or this name or this
Now,
name.
when you say it's trendy, like, it kind of reminds me of the goth kids.
Right. Yes. Yes. It is kind of like that. Like,
But now, rather than being goth, you're being transgendered. Like, I wonder how much of that's similar. I know, like, there's, like, a slew of, you know, the vast majority of academe is a member of the KOE Nation, so they're just like, oh, Phil, I must disagree and type and type and type. So, wash me in your judgment. Just my own.
They're looking at you, Phil, and thinking,
filthy little mind freaker. That's what he is.
yeah.
Yep. Mind blowing.
All right.
All right. So anyway,
back to it.
Let's. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play this match. Oh God, this is gonna be. Let's make fun of this all we want. Like,
I liked this match.
You're in my match. Chicken was actually pretty good in my opine.
Was it? I haven't watched it yet. I've watched this one.
You and I have only had one match, and you were the
two actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it 50-50 booked, or was I putting him over?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't remember actually. I know he won one for sure. Actually, yeah, I think it is 50-50.
Sorry,
right.
Chicken.
We got to listen to the audio on this opening because Phil is amazing.
He is the RXW All-American and RXW Tag Team Champion, Chicken Bug.
I was all skinny.
Whatever. Bagak, motherfucker.
Bagak, motherfucker. What are you doing?
I'm bouncing the camera with the... That was my attempt at being hip.
It was terrible.
And next, making his way to the ring, a legend in his own right.
The only.
Shut up.
Shut up. I gotta back this up. This is great. Like, we wait forever for Tony to come out. Like, I'm on cue. Like, maybe he's plays, I just jump in.
Now,
and then
I'm
all of a
not going to
sudden,
say why. Tony, was the delay for this match the reason I think it was, or is that another match?
This one had no purpose. This one had no purpose. They couldn't figure out the fucking CD player, and you were hyping it so much, and it failed. Everything failed on Tony's entrance on this one. It was so bad.
I remember that, but I remember there being another reason why I took so long to come in, other than the audio.
So this was the match? Okay.
I hope it is.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, too.
Okay. All right.
Making his way to the ring, a legend in his own right.
The only.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
That's good in a wrestling show. Tell the audience to shut up.
The one, the only, the fantabulous, the fabulous, the start talking.
Spectacular. Where?
Trying to get the entrance music going, and it won't get the music going.
Sorry for the delay, folks. We got some stupid technicians. We're in the middle here of we're recording. Yeah, there he is, the one, the only, the Amy. God damn it, Tony, get out here!
Yep, that was that match. Yep.
Still,
that was
still
that
fucking
match.
taping.
The
one that, God damn it, I swear, if someone don't get that shit played.
There he is.
There he is. There he is.
Who the fuck fucked up the CD player?
Be there.
There we go.
It's just another day at Tony's.
This is the high-level production that you get from a backyard wrestling fan.
Oh.
Oh my
Like,
god! There's three
okay.
people huddled around a CD player trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Yeah, I remember. I was the one that got the fucking thing to play. I hit play and turned up the volume.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, it couldn't have been difficult.
It wasn't. So who was there? We had that was Devin. We
AKA
had,
loser.
yeah. We had Spud there. Was
Yeah.
that Spud I seen?
I think
AKA
so.
We had
Spud.
Seth.
Yeah, aka a lot of other things.
Yeah,
AKA
yeah.
Seth.
But like nobody could fucking find the play button and turn up the volume. I was just like,
It was interesting.
Oh man! All
all
right.
right, let's continue.
So, I could just imagine like somebody from an actual pro federation watching this. They're like, yep.
Yep, career's
Yeah.
over.
The champion comes out, so what's wrong with the music, guys? Like, yeah. Welcome to the world of backyard wrestling here. High production value.
Oh,
I think
you
that was me just throwing in the towel, going, "I'll come out with no music, guys. Fuck it."
I was about to, because like you said, Chicken, I put a lot of gusto in
Oh,
that.
it gets better. Your
Oh,
gusto is amazing in this one, and the
well,
wrestling
thank you,
moves.
sir.
Some of these moves are just phenomenal. Like
All
AJ
right.
Styles has nothing on some of these,
He did learn most of his moveset from me.
and from this
That-
match, I suppose.
I mean, with the intros or any indication of quality,
All right,
it can only get better from here, right?
you would hope. You would hope. Let's find out.
That's a two-time, and two-time!
Look at all that hair and all those teeth.
Oh my God, that was
And all
that was
that
what
blood
that was like.
alcohol.
But that was just a few months before you lost your teeth, wasn't it?
No, it was a
That
few
was like
years.
years.
Was it?
Not long, but yeah, we're talking like 2-3 years, I think.
It's all a blur to me. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think if anybody's been watching this
Oh man.
for a while, they'll know that I've wrestled my tag team partner a million times whenever they're my tag team partner. So tonight I'm fighting my tag team partner. They just beat up Seth, CMG, for the All-American title.
I don't remember that.
So who is world champion at this point?
You were.
Well,
This was in the middle of the best of 7 series.
Oh, all right, that's right. You mean that match where I was screwed out of the last 7th match from clear chicanery and interference on the part of Demon Seeds? Even though it helped me, that is irrelevant, sir.
It was a ladder match.
Oh Christ!
All right.
All right, girls. All right, girls. Get it together.
They're my tag team partner.
Chicken's gonna turn this card
Tonight
right
I'm
around.
fighting my tag team partner.
I just don't know what I was doing to Seth there.
CMG,
I had to look
the
at
There
it.
was quite a blood alcohol
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Keep that shit
content to
running,
this match.
goddammit.
Here we go. Let's
It's not like we've got a crowd that's interacting with us.
We hug and then we
Gee,
stretch.
Tony.
Ding, fucking ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Diggly ding 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 ding.
Was that like? Were you doing a racist tune on that?
Ding, ding, ding,
Or was
ding,
that the
ding,
southern
ding,
tune?
ding,
It was
ding,
like
ding,
ding,
ding.
ding, ding,
I don't know.
ding.
I think that was some song I just heard on the radio's tune I was going with that day.
Everything goes ding, ding, ding. Okay. Okay, let's see how terrible this goes.
Oh, well, you've locked up.
Tony,
It must be cold out because
CMG, who happen to be tag partners.
I thought you were the ref.
Fuck you.
I've heard a lot of the
Oh,
announcers and ref arguing back and forth in my day. I tell you.
Oh, drop kick to the face.
Nice drop kick.
Hell yeah.
That was actually a really good drop kick, T.
Oh shit, going for
We just
the.
got a bad frame rate.
Oh,
Oh, pedigree.
landed on that
Kicking.
board stuff.
I mean, let's be honest. The Rock
even
could have
one.
done it better. Taking it
Right,
better.
right,
You know.
right.
What the hell?
Yeah, what? I have no idea what the fuck I was
Even I
supposed to
said,
do.
what the hell?
Okay, Tony, let's analyze this move.
Okay.
What
so
the fuck
that,
was I supposed to do there? You know I'm drinking. And
that
yet,
spot right there was me trying to agent the match in the middle of the match. I'm like, okay, I've done a couple of offensive things. I want to get him back on offense. So without warning, I'm like, how do I get, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to pretend he flipped me over him and let him get back on offense.
Yeah, well, and this is what it looked like.
What the hell?
And Phil is just like calls it out like, what the hell? If you did try to sell it, I was just going on with it. Phil's, what the hell? It fucking ruins anything you might have done.
I gotta call it like I see it. I gotta stay legitimate to the KOE Nation as a commentator. So.
Oh, you do that a lot this match.
Yeah, you're
sure
brutal in this one. It's fun. I love it. I appreciate it.
Being the commentator was actually some of the most fun I got to have because I could just fucking bury you guys. And you couldn't do a damn thing about it. It was fucking great.
All right, we'll continue.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Loser versus Flea. And it's not loser's fault.
It was better before we even started. Shut up.
And trust me, it ain't loser's fault, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds like a humping a lot.
Boy, this is gonna hurt.
It real. Yeah, it's like, yep, shaking, you're gonna break your neck.
No, Seth, not being stoned. Oh, one.
It was an attempt.
No shit.
I know what happened there. I know what happened.
I can see what we were trying to do.
You tried for an emerald fusion. Chicken's like, fuck you, you're not dropping me in my neck. And so you improvised. Am I close?
And so now we go to Macho Man Hulk Hogan.
Seth, you.
And then we
you
fucked that
up. Who said owie?
What were we talking about again?
Shut up.
1, 2.
Ref's too involved with Phil.
1, 2.
He can't keep up.
Spear takedown.
Kind of hit me high there.
You innovated the flip over spear before Bobby Lashley.
Oh, this is gonna hurt, motherfucker.
Oh.
Oh.
God, here we go.
That was a good angle.
Rewind that.
Yeah, that was actually a really good angle.
I
But
was
I left
like,
Phil.
no, the sound's fucked up because I swallowed your ass.
I was about to say, it looked like it didn't even hit. But
I know.
The frame rate's a little off for me.
So,
I'm sure
so
it looks
Phil,
a lot better for you. Chicken.
Phil's all like, yeah, motherfucker.
Oh, this is gonna hurt, motherfucker. Oh! God damn it.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, the sound's just a second off, but yeah, you can hear the ding.
That letter holding guy.
And obviously, I'm right
ladder.
back on my feet, like it's no big deal.
Flying clothesline.
Yeah, that ladder was
Will that do it?
on its
Yeah.
last legs about a year before this.
Oh, reverse.
2. Do again.
That was my best move the whole match, folks.
Oh, God. Your cross Boston crab.
My trademark submission.
Or as I like
Really,
to call it, the
really,
ball
come here.
squeezer.
Will he do it? He
Oh,
releases it. Oh, and he has him in a step over into a crossface. Very interesting maneuver. Also widely known as the STO. Now he has him in a reverse
I'm
STO.
laughing at you right now, and I have no idea why I started laughing at that point.
Good night.
Oh, we got good nights going on. That's a good time for me.
Tony's
to
got
take a
sick.
pee. We'll take a quick break.
What?
I gotta pee
Tony,
real quick.
We're taking a break. Taking a break.
A brewery?
We're taking a break. Put your freaking. We're taking a break.
Okay.
Let's go say goodnight to your childrens and all that
Can't
stuff.
smell like a brewery if I'm just drinking whiskey. It smells like whiskey.
Smells like a brewery, whatever. All right, good night.
Good night.
Have fun with your boyfriends.
I am.
Hi, Lindsay. Sorry he's cheating on you with the podcast.
Phil, he's always cheating on me with something. Wrestling, podcast, poker, ghost hunts.
He's, a man of many interests. I'll give him that.
I'm a man of many interests.
My mom said, when Tony said you were going to the state fair, my mom was wondering if he was going to podcast that.
He said when we went to the state fair, his mom was wondering if we would be podcasting that because I have so many podcasts.
Well,
maybe next year.
Oh my God, no. Afterwards. Are you guys in the Canango? All right.
Good night.
Kids, have fun.
Night.
Good night, Mommy.
Now I gotta drop some wiener water. I'll be right back.
Wouldn't be right if I didn't spill a little bit of my drink. You must be on your phone.
I'd say, yeah. Did that do it? Okay.
Yep, I hear it.
All right.
Your fucking phone, man. What? I haven't heard it like the whole show, but sometimes.
No, I've had it sitting over here the whole time off. So
gotcha.
Maybe
there's sometimes where I don't hear it during the actual podcast, but then I go back and listen to the recording, and it's like fucking super loud. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
I wondered.
Wonder how much of my data's getting tore up on this.
Yeah.
I don't care. I get 50 gigs, so I don't ever use the goddamn thing.
What the hell was that?
Phil.
Can you hear me?
Yup.
Alrighty, cool.
Let's see. Yeah, I've only used 12
Getting any
gigs,
interference
so
on
I'm
your end?
good. Just from Tony's fucking phone.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
You can hear that too? There. All right.
All right, so let's continue. So we're only 6 minutes in, and it's about halfway.
This epic.
I
mean,
we'll have to link to the edited down YouTube version of this, so anybody who wants to watch it, with a good version of it.
Because there's millions of people that need to watch this.
This is This is the director's cut with director, producer, and writer commentary.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you only get the best here. Dog and chicken. Yes. Wrong way, T.
Because I knew that.
Oh, that was a beautiful missed kick. And kind of a limp into your side.
In case you can't tell, that's Flea, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Famouser.
You sold that pretty well.
Chicken something or poultry. Poultry drop? I don't know.
I sold my ass off if I wanted to.
A poultry drop.
The poultry drop.
Someone put some music on.
I like
it. Someone. Hello. Someone next to the CDs, put some music on. And if it's country, heads will roll.
If it's country, heads will roll. Thanks, Phil.
Oh.
Ah, yes. The spear takedown.
That was terrible.
The spear in backyard wrestling was really just a foretelling of the spear in pro wrestling.
Oh, good. Now we got...
Perfect.
Yep, now we can't hear shit.
Now we got angry caterwauling.
It was... We'll back that up. That was terrible.
YouTube's terms of audio terms, turn it down a little bit so they can hear our brilliance.
Yeah. I can.
This
Turn it
would
down.
violate YouTube's terms of audio service if it wasn't for the fact that this is unintelligible caterwaul.
Oh, son of a bitch! Oh,
My God! No, we gotta play that. We gotta like. We'll back this up. You gotta hear Phil's commentary here.
Oh no!
It is pretty brilliant. It is, I will give you that.
That's terrible.
As Gerard would say, well, that was a very innovative move. Did you see the innovation made in that move? He might have kicked him on the way up, but I doubt it. My God, son of a bitch! God damn it! Shit! My God, what a son of a bitch! Came along.
Oh man!
Oh God, we're so bitch getting bro.
Get your ass up. Gravel surface ends, it says.
I'm glad Seth can read. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Gravel surface ends, it says. How fucking high was he?
Oh my God!
And the music's gone already, if you noticed. We can't even play a whole song.
Hey, we already established that they can't run a CD player. I don't know what he expected.
Wow. Nice. You were wanting to do an Insegiri and ended up just kicking you hard.
I wanted an Insegiri.
This is great.
Good sell. Good sell there, chicken.
What happened to music?
I'm just as confused as you. Your face was like, what the fuck did he just jump for?
I was a little perplexed.
And then I just copy what you did to me earlier. I'm like, well, I can do that too.
This was kind of on the job training.
Keep it on.
Yeah, how many matches was Chicken in at this point?
My God,
Not a lot.
I've done that before. My God.
I was about a case of beer
Supposed to do
in.
that. So don't turn it off.
Look at those frosted tips.
I was almost just making something.
Oh, this spot.
Oh, it's a terrible spot. Watch how hard I like tried to not.
Well, I'm right next to you. You needed to put me further out.
My God.
I just like fell on you.
Eddie Guerrero was jealous of that one, Chicken.
We had a lot of those. That ladder was so bad.
Feel free to change the track.
Holy crap.
Good.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can turn this down just a touch.
Wow.
3 minutes left. This isn't monetized, though. You know.
No, just, for not having a head fake.
Oh, there it is! My favorite spot! Go back! Just
right.
mute it, and go back.
Yep, that was the match, Tony.
Yeah. So let's talk about this spot. So like the reason I was late getting out because Amy was outside telling me she broke up with Buddha. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I got to go wrestle. So I came in and wrestled. And in the middle of this match, you can clearly see her leaving with Brett now.
Yep. Let's back up a little.
Boy, she was,
She was tore up about breaking up with Buddha, obviously.
yeah, you
It,
can
it
tell
must have
was-
been very emotionally distressed. And
She needed a friend.
Well, Tony,
Several.
we all need a friend at times. And somebody
I
to
wasn't there.
talk to. And,
I had to go wrestle.
sometimes it's more important.
Priorities. I clearly had my priorities straight.
Straight as an arrow.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's right! That is a bit of that's a
I forgot that part.
Yeah, I did too. That's a revelation, isn't it?
It's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Hey, can I come?
Watch.
Hey, can I come?
Can I
Wow.
watch?
Hey.
I'll come too, guys.
All right, back to the match. And, hey, good suplex.
I rocks the suplex.
That was a great suplex, Tony.
And
Oh,
we got
no.
more company. He's like, what's going on out here? This match sucks. He's a good try, dude. I just got kicked out. Oh, wait, let's try again. Did you just pick me up by my sleeve?
Amy had to be so sore the next day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, oh my God, Andy, I am sorry. This is
That's
not
okay.
the best PR you've ever had.
I'm pretty sure a good chunk of this is going on Patreon. Not,
How
not-
did you get over Buddha? Well, I had 3 guys take me out.
Oh, fucking balls.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then I dated her for 2
Oh, my
years
God.
after this.
Oh, yeah, I remember that moron. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
Oh, man. Well, you ain't gonna make it anywhere in this life without at least having a couple of bad women in your past, man. Don't worry about it.
Man, she'd
Who was
taken
that?
them
Was
on
that-
3 at a time.
Who was that last one that went out?
Seth.
Seth, a.k.a. Seth.
Oh, yeah, he's like stumbling. He's like, wall?
All right, there's only like
He
2
may have-
minutes.
Dude, he may have been concussed.
Yeah,
Now, Tony, you gotta
just
realize
hit his head up against the
this
wall.
is the first that you realize. This is tough. A wrestling show had another very different show to compete with just
It
outside.
did.
So there's a reason the ratings weren't quite.
Yeah, we really didn't
First time
grip.
you were ever in the ratings war, Tony.
We were not gripping the audience at this point, apparently.
Oh my God!
Somebody was getting
I'm
gripped,
fucking
but
crying.
we
This is
weren't.
fucking- Oh.
We weren't the ones gripping, but there was gripping.
I know she has a large bra size. It may have taken 3 sets of hands.
Oh, yeah, well.
Damn. I was about to say, it's like, and our parents wondered why we'd go out to do the backyard wrestling. This is the kind of debauchery that was going on every week. So, yeah, it was a happening. It's kind of like Woodstock every week. I don't know how to describe it.
Fuck.
Roll it.
All right,
Yeah, we
all
only
right.
got about 2 minutes left. Or any other dude's gonna go out there.
All right. Like,
The camera just gets set down. You see Phil walking out.
okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't remember who won this one.
We're trying. Whatever happened to
Referee
Devin?
gets up and walks out.
Wait, what's he going for here?
Oh. This is the best line of the match.
Christ.
Oh, no, not here yet. That was a crisis time bomb you just kicked out of.
Or was it supposed to?
Here it is.
I'm guessing I wasn't supposed to. I was like, fuck you, I ain't falling on no sign, bitch.
Counter out.
And then you're like, yeah, you are. You're gonna fall on this sign, bitch.
Here, listen to this.
Counter into a DDT, which Cricket did better.
Well, he did.
Pause it.
You were such an asshole commentator, though. You're like, oh, well, Cricket did that better.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
that's Flea, by the way. Oh, well. Like, everything's a fucking backhanded comment, one way or another. You're just like, well, that's fucking...
You got to remember something here, chicken. Everybody gives Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler credit for greatest commentary. In my personal opinion, my favorite commentator of all time was Bobby the Brain Heenan. That guy, if you would listen to his WCW
Was he a
Saturday
fucking
nights,
dick?
all he did, yes, he just buried everybody all night long, and it was hilarious. It was the funniest goddamn thing you'd ever hear. He'd talk about like the Guerreros, like everybody in Eddie Guerrero's family is a wrestler. Everyone, his nephews, his brothers, his fathers, his aunt, the Chihuahua, all of them wrestlers. And I just loved that. It was just hilarious. Like Bobby would bury everyone, and that's what made it great. And I might have borrowed a little of that in my commentary ideas.
All right, finish this out.
Oh, yeah. 24 seconds left. 24 seconds. We can do this.
Get out of the way, ref. Jackhammer.
Kind of.
Hey, look, Spud finished early.
Spud got kicked out.
We got the winner of this match, and still All-American champion, Chicken.
DMG.
What the fuck was that?
DMG!
Yes, you wanted to
I
have
did
some
kinda
sort
look-
of like hand symbol.
I did kind of
Again,
look
I don't know
like
if it was the gangbanger wannabe thing, or if you were like trying to come
Special
up with your
needs?
own diamond cutter.
I think I had more of a special needs thing going on right there.
Yeah, blood alcohol content was pretty high. So there, let's just say.
Hey,
that
I was fighting for
with
the
some
handicapped
backstory.
kids. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
But no, that was a match, Tony, with a little bit of personal backstory. We'll
So
oh man,
That was fantastic.
we can dive into that one a little bit more in the after show.
in a minute.
We'll go deeper
I've
into
not
that in
laughed
the
that
after
hard
show,
in a
okay?
while. Oh my god. Yeah. So, and then Chicken. Now, for those of those that don't know, in our federation, Tony G was, for the most part, the main baby face. He was the guy for a good stretch of the later part of our federation. In the very beginning, it was Mike, Mr. Main Event, was the guy who was able to carry the federation. Chicken, you came in kind of late era towards RXW. Tony and I were there at the very, very start, and we always had the same basic story arcs, so there was always some continuity of Tony was the main he would say babyface, in reality, suck up to the crowd and all that. And Phil KOE, while the crowd would perceive me as a villain, in reality, I am the hero to this story and, the vaunted chosen one on high that was, the real hero. But
what's your definition of hero?
Phil KOE.
Oh, so asshat. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
I mean, what? you open up Hero and all you see is my picture with no words.
Yeah, I see an asshat, but okay, go ahead.
So, now I was considered a villain because just at times I might cheat a little. I mean, come on, that's just a little.
So let's.
Okay.
The promo. Okay, got it. That's bravo.
That's a fact, sir. I'm stating simple, unquestionable, scientifically objective facts, sir.
All right.
Neil deGrasse Tyson himself would be like, "Whoa, Phil's dropping some truth bombs here, yo." Okay. I'm sure he'd say it pretty much like that.
So
you're saying we just all got hit with some solar flares and shit?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
So let's pause that because I know Phil wants to just run off the rails cutting promos.
I was about to say I got like 45 more minutes.
I know you do.
I'll pause it for you.
I know you do. So let's.
So is this like a verbal wrestling match between the two of you? Because I can referee this.
That's what I'm trying to avoid here.
Because he knows he will lose, sir.
Oh.
Nobody has time for that. So, okay, let's talk about just backyard wrestling in general. Like, that's like the side topic for the most part tonight, right? So let's dive into this. All right. So, kind of the birth of backyard wrestling as we know it in its current form was kind of that Matt Hardy and, Mick Foley era where there's some very, very grainy lost footage out there of them doing backyard wrestling. And then about 1998, 1999, right around the time the internet started getting a lot more popular, a lot more mainstream, a lot more accessible to teenagers, it really took off like wildfire. And I like specifically for Phil and I, like now had we had like the WWE network and all these crazy amounts of wrestling promotions back then, like we never would have done anything else. So we didn't have enough content to watch, on Monday nights. So we were desperate for more content. And so many other people were just like us. They had to make their own content. So they made websites. They'd take their parents' video camera and they'd go out and they'd have their own matches. But the extent of it, like some people probably don't realize how deep it went across the country, specifically when we were like in middle school and high school, early on.
There were like some big mainstream websites and huge organizations built around backyard wrestling. There were big mainstream DVDs made.
There you go. And that's where it came from. Like the one we used to frequent was called the Backyard Wrestling Link. And it was a state by state, town by town, fed by fed website. You could send in your information, your website link, your pictures, your videos, your roster, so on and so forth. And you could basically go to the website of any backyard wrestling federation in the country, and you could follow them on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, just like you would Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Nitro. It was...
So let's put it into perspective, because this was at the same time that UFC was one of those organizations that was thought of as disgusting, barbaric, and you couldn't have these fights, and nobody was letting you follow these, but these backyard wrestling sites were starting to pop up, and you could actually follow it, and you could actually see it, and they were kind of going hand in hand, and actually... in my opinion, at the beginning of the early 2000s, the backyard wrestling scene actually was doing better than the UFC was doing. And really leading the charge. But then, of course, UFC kind of took over as a mainstream sport. But like, I remember seeing, the first couple UFC, UFC 1, UFC 2, and 3, and then all of a sudden, Tony was showing me these backyard wrestling videos. They were worse. Like when it came to the blood, the gore, the violence in some aspects, of course, wrestling's fake. There's a lot of fake stuff in there. But man, when you got a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire and some dude getting stuck in the back with one, you can see the barbed wire sticking in his skin. Like some of these guys weren't fucking around. There was some real shit going on.
To prove this, what's more recognizable? This?
UFC 5.
Or this?
Yeah, we've all seen the second one at some point or another, like on some store shelf when back when, here's a very old-fashioned sentence, a CD warehouse. You'd see those on the DVD section. Those would be all over the backyard wrestling. I will give them that. They had very good distribution back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is it was so archaic on how they would go about making these DVDs, because people, it wasn't digital. Nothing was digital.
It was crowdsourced.
Well, yeah, it was, but we were all still working off analog technology. We were all still working off master tape copies where we would have to make copies on VHS and then mail it to the Backyard Wrestling Inc., and they would put these DVDs together. It's not like it is now where you can take a 20-minute video digital download and email it to the company, and they could put out a video every day. It was such an archaic concept, but at the time, it got huge. And like Backyard Wrestling Inc. got, it fell hard. It crashed, but like I said,
YouTube
those people,
killed it.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were saying, I mean, the analog format was all we had. We had no digital. It was all tapes. It was all master tape copies. So the Backyard Wrestling Link website also had a section called A Cut Above the Rest, which was basically groups that had a committed group or a roster, if you will, and a really fancy, flashy looking website. And one we would freak, me and Phil, was called ICF, based out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And we literally got, we were we were actually contemplating trying to get a trip to go down there to have a one-on-one, pay-per-view matches set up with these guys. Like, it was so in-depth.
Pay-per-view, huh?
Yeah, an interpromotional pay-per-view.
Well, that's what we would call it. I don't know if anyone is actually paying per the view, but
I had to ask. I just had to interject there because I got curious.
No, I don't know, guys. Speak for yourself. I mean, I even innovated the idea of the WWE network with the KOE network, and I have millions, billions. Actually, at this point, let me check. Yes, trillions of subscribers
to the
KOE network. So,
and this is why Nebraska left the Big 12.
I had quite the fan base.
You know what's funny
is
the
KOE network was taking up too much of its time.
You know what's funny is I bet if you go on to GeoCities, Phil's website dedicated to himself is probably still up and running.
God, GeoCities. I remember I had a tripod page.
I had the GeoCities message board, and everyone would pretend to be everybody else.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Wow.
It's like,
I'm Googling this.
Oh, good luck. I doubt it's up. But,
dear
God, that was great. Now, yeah, there was some that were actually legit. And actually, Justin Lee of ICF is actually still a professional wrestler to this day. You can book him for your professional wrestling event if you want. So, there you go, Justin. There's your little...
Not just ICF, but like ICF was the one I probably followed the most. But then there was also...
HIW out of Arizona.
HIW out of Tucson, Arizona. They were pretty mainstream as far as backyard wrestling went because they were
mainstream.
Yes, they were.
Their two top guys went mainstream, but they were fucking hardcore, fucking gory, doing suplexes on the cactuses and shit like that. That is not mainstream.
Yes, it was, because they were the ones being featured on the news. They were getting the interviews. They were getting most of the airtime on these DVDs. Like right there, the guy bleeding from the head. That's Carnage. That's HIW right there. And they got a lot of news coverage.
They got a lot of news coverage, but when you say mainstream...
For backyard wrestling, it was mainstream.
Yes, I was about to say, it's like, all right, mainstream, like, okay, someone that's going to go see Captain Marvel isn't going to be lining up to go see an HIW show.
No. The other one that we
I
always...
understand what you're saying.
The one we had the fascination with was WTW, I think in Maine.
Yeah, they were way up in the... And they had a great match. I just
How
thought
the
this was hilarious.
fuck did they find time to wrestle in Maine?
Well, hey, just like everybody else.
Cold,
I'm trying to find it. I'm not going to have any luck.
I don't even have time to fish in South Dakota. How the fuck do they have time to wrestle in Maine?
You'll like this, chicken. Their own personal Hell in a Cell match in WTW, which is the only reason it got my attention. It just gave me a chuckle. Their match was a squirrel table match. You've heard of a table match, right? Where you have to put your opponent through the table. Correct? You've heard of that.
Yeah. What's a squirrel table? I don't understand. What's a squirrel table?
A squirrel table match is a table with a dead squirrel on it. And you have to put your opponent through the squirrel table.
So
real thing.
I got questions.
Stop.
I got questions. Hold
on.
The
first time I read that.
I got questions. Did they catch the squirrel? Was the squirrel alive? Was the squirrel dead? Did they fight it on the side of the road?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. Like,
Yeah, they found the dead squirrel like on the side of the street, took it, put it on the plank of wood, and power bombed each other through it.
that
Dead
poor
squirrel
fucking
tape.
squirrel.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, it was like, wow. Like, it blew my mind. Like, wow, this is backyard wrestling. You see a dead squirrel, and your first thought is, how do we work this into a match?
Exactly. Exactly.
And
that's the beauty of it.
I'm gonna go all SJW on you, and I wanna understand. You know, what's the squirrel's what's the squirrel's background like? You know, did it really deserve that? What if that was your brother as a squirrel?
Oh God!
Would you want somebody to be power bombed through your
He was from
brother?
a disadvantaged squirrel background. It was well, you know, Tony did almost.
I think
powerbomb my
Phil cut
brother
out there for a
half the
while
time,
as I was
so-
in the middle of that rant, and all of a sudden he joined back in.
So the beauty of backyard wrestling, something I realized, probably like a year ago or so, what we were doing was basically large scale LARPing before LARPing was a thing. It is.
You're right. It is.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna just put it like that, sure, it sounds bad, but
Yeah, and those not familiar with LARPing, that's live action role play, but usually people are playing like Dungeons and Dragons, but instead we were all emulating Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bill Goldberg.
Dude, LARPing
Well,
is life anymore. Come on.
Yeah.
Neil.
speak for yourself, gentlemen, because as of right now, there's two talents, Kevin Owens and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, that are LARPing as Phil KOE.
Oh my god.
Just thought.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm just going to try to find some
They both
clips
wake
here.
up every day being like, how can I be a little bit more like Phil KOE? How can I get to greater King of Extremeness? So,
okay.
They both got a couple of good promising careers, but are they 18-plus year WCC undisputed, multi-versatile, open weight champions? I don't know.
Fake news.
I know, exactly. The idea that they could compare, fake news.
Oh man.
You're good at sticking that one back.
Okay, I'm going to find it.
What are you after there, good
I'm
sir?
just going to try to. I'm going to start finding some random clips here just to play for you.
Oh, we still got me and Phil's match to watch. So.
Oh yeah, but you're going to
Now-
love this shit.
One thing that I always kind of appreciated about our federation that we had at the RXW was Tony was the main booker. Oh, geez, what's this?
Just wait for it.
Doomsday
Yeah.
device.
Mine's a
Oh
little.
God, is this what I
my
think
screen
it
shows
is?
a little
Yep.
choppy. So
So, yeah, okay, we'll keep talking through this. What Phil's talking about was Phil and I.
so you
our
guys are in a
passion-
pool, right?
Yes, we
Yep.
are in a pool.
The pool arena.
This was the pool arena
The
for about a year.
pool arena.
Yeah, we fucked that thing up. But what
It looked like it
Phil's
was already
trying-
fucked up, but
what Phil's trying to get at was it wasn't a destination that wasn't just doing the wrestling. We were so fascinated with the business of wrestling and how deep it went behind the scenes and the booking and the matchmaking and the pay-per-view booking and organizing everything. We liked it from a booking standpoint too. So like Phil was saying, like I would book it, he would agent the matches, we would both write storylines. Like we were in deep. Here we go. This okay, so
Yeah,
a
can you
little
hear me?
back. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I
Yep,
can hear.
yep.
I can hear both of you. So
Oh,
get
God,
your shit
is
together.
this is the exploding ring match.
This is the exploding ring match.
Exploding ring. So this sounds like something fiery out of your asshole. Then
No, this is New Japan Deathmatch inspired.
Yep, this is me, Tony, and Iceman, and there's our pyrotechnic expert who can't get the explosion lit. So
Right. It's an artillery
That's
shell
brilliant.
duct taped to a pole. And
Oh,
it's
that's a
windy,
great
so
idea.
he can't. He had to light it with a coffee can.
What the fuck?
Chris, who's in the match, had to go light it and then dive back into the pool before it went off. If you missed that, camera cut.
Yeah, your video's all choppy on my end, so hopefully it records good on your piece. But
here he goes, and he dives in the ring and it explodes.
it just blew up there on the pole.
Well, that's what it was supposed to.
Oh,
It wasn't supposed to shoot, wouldn't it? Or it really would have hit us.
wow.
And then the camera cuts and it makes it look like we left, but we actually took the hit.
Yeah, we actually took the blow of that thing, and Tony really wasn't all that worried about it. Me, I was fucking terrified. I'll be honest. I was thinking, oh God, my clothes are going to be on fire. I got to do the stop, drop, and roll. And then it just, sheep, and that was it.
So how many times you guys getting hit with pyrotechnics in your day?
Not many.
Fireworks. How about fireworks? Because it's the same fucking thing.
A good chunk. More than a handful.
Like I remember
that one time.
Go ahead, Phil.
Well, I was just gonna say there was that one time at 4th of July, I put an artillery shell in upside down. That was quite a little experience.
Yes.
Upside down? How the fuck do you do that?
He did it. Blew the canister.
I thought I put it in right side up, but the thing just boom. So either the
Was that one of those days you were like,
rocket part didn't go off, or
was that one of those days you're like, I forgot to bring a towel?
I wish I could blame it on such things, but unfortunately, no.
Now, me and my brothers, we used to chase each other around with. Me and my brothers used to chase each other around with Roman candles and like have Roman candle wars and shoot each other. And we'd like burn holes in our shirts and we have welts on our back and burns all over the damn place. And then like none of that ever used to bother me. And I remember, I think it was like 14. It was me and it was Brian and Rosie, and we were in the middle of Fairmont. And there's this big field, like catty corner from the pool, and we found an artillery shell. And just for the fuck of it, we're like, like we lit it, and we're like, grenade! And Rosie throws that son of a bitch across in the middle of the goddamn field. Fucking thing blows up. We all got fireballs up the ass. That was the first time I ever got hit by a goddamn. Oh, I remember this
nonsense, T.
Oh, everybody does.
Well, thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't go off the way I planned to go off of this. Otherwise, I'd be wheeling in here today, like, yeah, welcome to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, folks. Like, yeah. So I took the fall like a normal human should, and live to walk and fight another day. Oh, the rest of this match is complete shit. Like, there's no redeeming part of this match other than the fact that I did, in fact, fall off of a roof, that I talked myself into a corner. I was doing the whole, like, oh, yeah.
How fucking old are you guys?
Roof. This weekend, it's happening. Roof jump. Oh, God. Like, Tony, you were like 14, weren't you? If you're a day older.
I couldn't have been 14
You're fucking jumping off the roof onto a mattress.
Yeah.
How pissed was your dad that you were using that ladder?
Chicken, here's the worst thing. Like,
dude, a ladder that tall is like $100. Like, I'd be pissed.
Oh, man.
Now, what the fuck you doing with my ladder, kid? You better not fucking go to the hospital. I ain't paying for that either.
But all right, Tony, can you back me up on this? The whole week leading up to this, I had been talking about, oh, God, I'm going to do this big roof spot. Just you wait and see. Biggest roof spot you ever saw. Yep. And, like, I was even talking it up to the pretty girls, and they were all like, oh, really?
Oh, and the pretty girls were listening, I'm
sure. Yes. And so the day comes, and I'm up on that roof looking down. I'm like, well, Phil, looks like your mouth really wrote a check your ass don't really want to cash right now. Oh, my God, Phil. What the fuck did you get yourself into? And that's what I was thinking as I was sitting up on that roof, and then I was coming right up to the edge. I was going to throw me. I was like, whoa. Let's get human here. Oh, my God. I'm not Mick Foley, nor do I want to be Mick Foley. Fuck all that. So I took a regular roof fall. But, yeah, I was thinking, well, shit. I talked it up, but I can't really crawl down off this thing. Otherwise, not only folks, Tony himself up there is going to call me a pansy ass.
So are you telling me that the great Phil KOE?
So, nope.
Are you telling me that the great Phil KOE may have been a little scared?
I would say tepid and injury conscious would be the much better. Just simply injury conscience, sir, because I don't want to deprive the KOE nation of a single. Oh my God!
Holy shit!
Now
this is old school shit.
Devil, this mysterious person, Hardcore Mo Dudley. I mean, who is that masked man, anyways? Look at that amazing disguise.
I don't know if anybody can tell who this is.
There's no way. Now, Tony, I don't know if you might not be allowed to even show this footage because Hardcore Mo Dudley went on to become such a high-level CIA.
Oh yeah.
So you might need to censor this, T. So.
This is horrible. Oh no.
God. Hey, folks, like wanting to do this at home. Yeah, don't do pro wrestling in your living room.
Just don't. Not because you might get hurt, but because you might get very embarrassed years to come.
So this was yeah. Oh no, the best part's to come. This was a fucking table match.
Oh, get that.
This is a table match indoors.
Yes. Oh no, it gets better.
It's a fucking bad idea.
This was all Tony's idea, by the way. I had nothing to do with this decision-making.
Tony's full of bad ideas. I'm glad Tony came up with bad ideas before I came around. So, like, I'm not the history of his bad ideas. Like, I just added to them. I think we lost Phil again. He'll be back. There he is.
So here comes Here it comes. Yep.
Hello out there. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
We hear you, buddy.
So here comes the infamous flaming coffee table spot.
Flaming? Oh, Jesus. Is that candle wax?
No, it's actually rubbing alcohol.
Oh, my God. That's a great idea. With carpet right underneath of it.
Rubbing alcohol goes out if you look at it wrong. It's totally safe.
Sure.
When it's not on wood and cloth, Tony.
Here he goes.
Oh, my God.
Tony's like, come on, we got to get this thing out. Get over here. Fuck you.
And Tony just walks over it, doesn't put it out. He just walks past it. He's like, fuck this. Let the house burn down.
Well, I'm not wearing shoes.
Now, who are you talking about?
So
Tony,
then you go put socks on. I saw you going to put socks on.
That was the mysterious Lubu Van Dreamer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we never did figure out who that was under that mask, that Lubu Van Dreamer.
Yeah.
That mysterious masked man.
Be a mystery forever.
I mean, there was
folks.
that one match that cost me the RXW title, but that was an imposter LVD.
All right, here we go.
Is this Chicken versus Phil?
Yep.
The epic showdown. Is this the one I win or the one Phil wins? Because
this is the one you win.
Oh, okay. I'm good then.
Gotta realize, Chicken. We needed some new baby faces. We had a critical lack.
Yeah, I was kind of a douche. I wasn't a baby face. I was a douchebag face.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Sweener.
Yeah.
You might want to turn that down a touch.
On it.
I doubt the commentary is worth listening to.
It usually
but
isn't.
Phil might deliver an intro promo. You know that's coming. You know.
Okay, if I see Phil coming in, I'll turn the audio back on.
That's what she said.
Oh, here he is.
Yep.
Somebody threw a broom at you.
Many are wondering what this is. You are. See, that's the thing. I am bigger than this entire federation. I am
Damn right, are you?
Standing on my
I am better than everyone here.
Oh my god, dude, that's so much hate.
Good. I am making my own KOE Championship of the world.
Oh shit, I'm making a title too now.
And you want to know why I can do it? Because I'm the owner. Because I'm Phil KOE.
Oh, really?
That
fuck?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize how violent fucking everybody was to you, Phil. That's terrible.
Oh yeah, I would get nuclear heat, dude. I did everything I could to get everybody to fucking hate me, and that was a good heel.
It was beyond hating you. That was just downright like, holy shit. Like, that was almost violent.
Yeah.
That's heat.
He got the heat. He got the heat he wanted.
Tony, you ran out. You about fell down.
I know. I tripped over a board because we never cleaned up the entranceway.
That was the most dangerous room to wrestle in ever.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta remember, back in these days, I hardly knew how to fight for shit. So Tony was usually there to kind of like stop someone from straight up sucker punch tackling me when I was shit talking.
I think everybody knew if they ever fucked with you, like, they'd be hurt by the end of the night.
Yeah, that's if they worked a match with me, right, T?
Yeah, no shit.
Somehow I clotheslined you on that. Like, yeah. Dude, I weighed like $150 at this point.
Yeah. This is
really
nice
duck.
for me, so I'm
and somehow I clotheslined you with my fucking my 5-inch pythons. Oh, figure 4.
Hogan kissy face.
Oh,
Man.
Tony, you're the guest referee on this?
I usually was for your matches. I don't know
Well,
why.
that's how you won, chicken. Clear collusion between.
Hey, stop sounding like a Democrat.
This needs to be declared a no contest. Phil KOE never lost a chicken.
All right, Hillary, calm down.
Oh, snap.
Oh, chicken, I don't have the power to have you killed, so now I'm not Hillary.
Holy terrible.
Somebody
camera
doesn't know how
work.
to use the fucking Zoom.
No shit.
That was a nice kick. You might have actually kicked me there.
I think I did, actually. I'm thinking, oh, shit, sorry, dude.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Oh shit. You weren't letting that go. You're like, you're getting powerbomb, motherfucker.
Yeah, he always hated it when somebody'd sandbag him on a power bomb.
Just ask Spud.
Oh, poor Spud.
Fucking poor Spud. You ruined him on power bombs. He would not take a power bomb anymore after fucking fighting you and Tony.
Yeah,
I could not get him to do one.
No,
I would promise to be a soft and gentle and slowly drop him. He wouldn't do it. He's like, fuck no, dude. Fuck no. Those hurt so bad. I don't know what the fuck.
No, he tried to stand by me.
No, Phil's catching up. Hold on.
One time, and I'm.
No,
Tony,
still...
can you hear me, sir?
Hey, there he is.
Hooray! So, do you remember that match where Spud tried to sandbag my power bomb?
Yeah, you basically power bombed him like 6 more times on boards.
That one I felt a little bad about. That was the okay, I had to. Oh, is it the pile driver?
Yeah.
Ish. I really took care of people with the pile driver.
Yeah, because that could kill somebody. I'm appreciative of that. Like,
Tony,
me too, Phil.
Tony could take it to the point where it looked like it actually fucking killed you. That was why I always liked giving Tony the pile driver. But if it was anybody else,
after I get a pile driver, all of a sudden I'm good to pick up a road cone and just fucking go after you. So
yeah, way to sell.
And I was trying to do a tornado DDT into it, and it wasn't gonna work.
And I'll give you that, chicken, because that was a very protected finish, and that was the W. There you go. Tornado DDT is your finish against bigger guys.
Hair. Fuck.
But yeah, so I knew I needed a new dance partner. Tony and I had done a match or two at this point.
Yeah, more like 40.
I had big designs for the chicken character going forward here. But college and, beer and women and all that sorts of things kind of got in the way of all that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now it's kids. We got kids.
Yeah.
Why are we why is there a minute long of just Chris walking in?
Well, because I didn't stop the recording on the transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just like, why are we watching Chris walk in?
Because he was so imposing.
Was what you would call a mid-carder that we were trying to work into the main events. You came in and you basically established yourself right at that All-American title level pretty quick.
Hey, and you know what? I'm good with that position. I like to be that mid-carder, high-level mid-carder. Keep me there. I'm good with that.
We wanted to put the world title on you. Like, the whole plan was to get the world title off of me and put it on you. Well, Phil's idea, because then he was going to take the All-American title from you, and then basically I wasn't going to be shit because I apparently didn't have any foresight in this plan.
Phil just wanted to fuck you over.
Well, yeah.
Sir, I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
You resemble that remark. Yes, exactly.
Hang on. I'm going to find an amazing piece of footage for you guys.
Oh, no. I can only imagine.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah,
no, Phil, when he says those words, do you ever go, oh, shit? Because I do.
Only about imagine.
I know he's got so much shit. Like, if I ever ran for office, and
if Tony gets a consulting fee now.
If I ran for office and I got super popular, super rich, and I became like a Clinton level, I would either have to pay Tony off a fuck ton of money because that dude has more dirt on me than anybody else in this goddamn country. In the video evidence.
What's going on here, folks? We better just...
My most brilliant promo.
Oh my god!
This is another character.
Oh, where's the sound?
I can hear it.
Out, folks.
Can you? All right.
A little slow.
Wow, look at that hair. That's a nice pompadour.
I love your jelly.
Oh, we better leave you alone.
We're coming out of the closet. We are in love.
This is a little disturbing, Barry.
I finally know you. Yeah, I'm already hungry.
Get I'm hungry from home.
I just keep...
Barry Black and his love of a jelly donut. It was the most sincere love of his life.
We have to go,
No. This will sell big over here today.
No. There's no such category.
It was a short, powerful, intense romance with that jelly donut. Barry was not going to let the world tell him otherwise. Barry! Barry, finish that donut! She's gone! Gone! Oh no! Oh God! Will Barry ever love again?
Come, Barry, we have to go.
Oh my. Chicken's on mute still, but oh my God. That was.
I'm telling you guys right there, you guys missed your opportunity for YouTube fame and 15 minutes of stardom. That should have been uploaded 8 goddamn years ago. That was fantastic. You missed the goddamn boat. I'm just going to say one more thing here. Oh my God. I'm a fan of Phil again.
I thought you'd like that.
Now, you two were muted during that, so I don't know if you were able to hear me, but I was talking
Oh,
about
I was
Will
going
Barry
off,
ever
and I'm glad I was muted because I said some terrible things, but I loved it.
Oh, damn. Damn. I was like, well, will Barry ever love again? It was the most intense romance of his life, that jelly donut.
Oh, man. That never gets old. I still love that video.
Oh, so wow, Tony really going down memory lane there.
Yeah.
That was one of my, that was basically the only reason Barry Black ever stuck around.
Fucking Barry
Black.
Black.
Here's the fucked up, for a long time, I went over to Phil's house one night and spent the night, and obviously it's night and we're in his room, so we can't have wrestling matches. So
how's your asshole?
Yeah, well, they're both pretty good. So instead of having wrestling matches, we took an entire VHS and filled it up with skits and promos. And I thought the thing was just lost to the ages. And I was transferring all my VHS to digital one time, and it said SmackDown Best of in crude, lettering. So I popped it in the VCR, and immediately it's me and Phil in his basement, doing stupid shit. I'm like, oh no, it lives. So yeah, I've got it all transferred. It's all living on in its glory.
That's awesome.
No. Oh no. So yes, Barry Black cut a couple of A+ promos that night.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So yes, Chicken, that was a little bit of RXW history there from one of the.
That was fantastic. That was probably one of the best old school videos I ever watched from you guys. That was great.
Thank you.
You guys
Barry
missed your
Black.
calling on shit like that. That there was gold. Honestly, if that was uploaded when YouTube first opened, that would have went viral. That would have been one that was fantastic. I've seen so many like that.
I know. We missed it was golden opportunity.
Missed it.
Well, maybe Chicken.
You upload it now,
lucky,
it's fucking stupid, but
I can make the calls and do what I can, and maybe, just maybe, he's gonna have to come here from Vegas. I can get Barry Black on your podcast, sir. I think I can. I think I can make pull
is
those
his
strings.
voice
and make that
as sexy as mine?
Sexier, sir.
Oh God, here we go.
No, we don't need this. We really don't need this.
What the fuck is going on?
This is unnecessary, Tony.
I hope you enjoy this. And he's unconscious. I think he's not responsible. Wait. Remember, brother, I'm supposed to kill you. Oh, you're killing me. Yeah, I'm just
Brother Faith and Hardcore Mug Dudley, classic. Who was that mysterious preacher man, Brother Faith, Tony. I mean,
what the fuck just happened?
Don't ask questions, chicken. Don't ask questions. Just go with it.
That was great. I don't know what it was, but it was great.
Oh my god.
Oh, more.
That happened.
Oh my god, there's so much more. Oh god. Oh god, here it is. I found one.
No, there's no more necessary, Tony. It really isn't.
Tony, I don't think Phil's hitting climax like I am.
No, I don't think he's enjoying it nearly as much, but
you gotta remember, chicken. I was there the first time.
Oh.
Well, no, we can't play this because YouTube music and stuff.
This should be entertaining.
okay.
I'm gonna win that dancing contest.
It's a dancing contest. Oh my god. The Dudley Dance Off!
Getting going.
The Dudley Dance-Off? That's what this was? All right.
Now that mysterious man in the Dudley glasses. I don't know who that could possibly be. And look at those moves. Have you ever seen someone with such grace, such style on the dance floor? I mean,
I know one man.
Did you say moves
I know
or
one
boots?
man.
Clear that Hollywood called me. Oh, here we go.
Oh, God. Phil was better.
He was supposed to be.
Oh my God, Tony. This is awful. I wonder
What the fuck led you both to do this? Like,
boredom.
did you guys have video games?
Yes.
Like, why weren't you playing
They
video
were all
games?
wrestling based.
I would have rather been shooting fake ducks than having some shitty dog jump up and laugh at me.
The Mario Kart, motherfucker. Oh God, Tony.
He's breathing so heavily.
First of all, chicken, you realize if I ever run for office, this whole podcast.
Everybody's fucked if you run for office, Phil.
No.
Man,
Oh
Joey go
my.
down next time I fight him, he's dead.
Mike, Mr. Main Event.
Wait for it.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, God.
Engaged.
Why not engage the wheel? Because you're dangerous. Oh my God. Really?
I really hope their video records better on your end because, like, that was so choppy on mine.
Oh my
But
god.
I saw just glimpses of Mike standing there, lawnmower. Then all of a sudden, Mike's gone. Lawnmower's where Mike was. Then all of a sudden, lawnmower's back and Tony's hanging off of it with his weird face. Like, I was like, oh. Like, it told a story on my end, at least. But I was like, what the fuck was that?
Mike, Mr. Main Event. He was. Go ahead.
Phil, do you want a Warlock Lord interview?
That's cool. We're cool.
Or
I thought
do
we
you
agreed
want
he
Hold
went
on.
down the memory
Hold on. Who's the Warlock Lord?
Phil, go
A
ahead.
mysterious entity, really. I mean, you can't even really call him a being, but more of an entity. From the other side of darkness, peering at you through the pinhole of reality. That is the Warlock Lords.
From a pinhole of reality.
Yes. Peering through the pinhole that you call reality. Yes. And he's laughing at you from another side of another dimension.
Another dimension. Okay. What's in that dimension?
You're about to find out.
Oh, God. No, we don't need this, Tony. But I do need yours and my final best of 7.
We can do that. We can do that.
We do need that. So let's get to something that was actually some of the best heat I ever got.
Oh, God.
Tony, you think that you are the biggest superstar in the WCF?
Oh, that's right. Yes, before we rebranded. Now, the Warlock Lord. You can tell he's different because it's me wearing an Austin 316 shirt.
Pure hatred flowing through his veins. There'll be nothing left of you. No blood, no body, no soul. For once.
Nice camera work there, T.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Phil running the camera? Oh, no, Phil's on screen. All right.
Yeah,
well, that's the Warlock Lord. Keep up.
Oh, God, this is bad. And then there's Warlock. There's Hardcore.
Holy shit. Oh, well, VHS.
Yep, so, Chicken, that was, unfortunately, with what I had available to me, an Austin 316 t-shirt was about as goth as I could get in 1998 Nebraska. That was about as, but I was a big Undertaker mark. So
fuck boys.
All right. So when we wrap this up, I'll play a video Phil probably hasn't seen.
I don't know how we wrap this up. Like I have so many thoughts and questions now.
So okay, let's have an open forum and get to the end of the episode.
Let's get a couple of your questions here, Chicken.
Do we want this to end?
Oh, no, I got more stuff to show you, but we can put that on the Patreon version.
Okay, well, then I might need a smoke break because this, like, holy fuck.
Well, let's do the forum. Let's talk about it. We'll wrap the main episode up. You can have your smoke.
Oh, my God. So, okay. Phil, Tony.
Sir.
Yes.
I totally support the backyard wrestling. I had fun jumping in with you guys, and I knew you guys got into it deep early and young and really went after it. However,
here we go.
However, why'd you document all this? Why couldn't you just like wrestle each other and fight each other without a camera on the whole fucking time? Like, why did you have to record it all?
That would deprive the KOE Nation of this great historical context.
Is it though? Is it though?
No, I must interject. The sad part is we did for a long time until we got a camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
There's about a year and a half of undocumented RXW history out there.
Oh, yeah.
So some of what you folks seen today is stuff that some of that I have never seen before. Some of it I have, and I've seen much more. I've seen Tony jumping off playground equipment on top of Phil and breaking through boards and tables and fun stuff. We've had multiple cars shining headlights on top onto 4 trees that had ropes wrapped around them with a whole bunch of mattresses and cushion and
one of our better rings.
Yeah. We were pretty ghetto with it.
We worked with what we had. That's the best way of putting it. I had a tremendous time. It's still something like Tony and I when we text back and forth just to kind of pass the time during.
Oh God!
We kind of joke around about horrible ideas that I used to have because I was kind of known as Phil Russo.
Yeah,
Phil Russo. I like it.
Yeah, we yeah, like literally weekly, we'll just banter back and forth about all the horrible, horrible shit. Mostly that Phil wanted to do. A handful I wanted to do, but mostly Phil wanted to do. And there's one we literally cannot talk about on the air because you will put it on the Patreon and we cannot incriminate ourselves that way.
Yeah, we like. There was a couple of times where it's like kind of like that joke, "The Aristocrats," where you try to come up with the most offensive thing you possibly can. No, I'm just saying we did our own version of that joke, but in the context of like a wrestling event. So so we can't repeat that on the air. And
did you guys go to jail?
We would have.
You're gonna have to subscribe to our Patreon to see if we're even gonna present it. Can you hear me?
Yes,
we can now.
But I was just saying, like, it's some stuff so vile that, well, you're just going to have to subscribe to our Patreon to see if we ever accidentally let it slip, folks. You're going to have to get on the Patreon for that. But all that being said, Chicken, any other questions, sir?
Oh, my God. No. Amazing. Like, it's everybody can shit. Excuse me. Everybody can shit on the backyard wrestling and everything that you guys have did. Now I jumped into it a lot later. You guys did way before I even fucking started hanging out with you guys. But I tell you what, like your imaginations were all fucking in line with where they needed to be. We were having fun. We were thinking outside the box, and we're. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of it was still relevant to what was going on during the time as well. Like there was a little bit of politics being mixed in. There was, social justice at the time wasn't quite what it is today. It is what it is. But it was ways of expressing yourself as kids. But at the same time, it was still fun. It was entertaining. And you know what? We weren't out doing drugs. We may have been drinking underage every now and then. But
the boozing came in much later towards the end.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. That was my fault. But we weren't out fucking doing drugs. We weren't out hurting people. We weren't out picking fights. We weren't out doing anything. We were having fun and in an enclosed environment. And you know what? We're bringing people over there, and we're having fun with it. It was as dangerous as it was. It was just as safe all at the same time. As we never encouraged anybody to do anything that was like, other than Seth, anything too dangerous.
yeah. Seth was kind of willing.
Seth kind of got his ass kicked a lot. But.
Yeah, he did.
Now I remember one time, Tony, and to put the most positive possible interpretation on it as you can. I remember Tony and I one time were talking about, with our old RXW Fed, the one thing it did do, like, in my opinion, we probably prevented at least 1 or 2 teenage suicides with our little RXW thing, because we had a little place where all the freaks and geeks and kids who didn't quite fit into any other puzzle piece could come and be a glorious champion for a day, even if it was just the RXW Tag Team Champions or whatever the hell it was. They could come and be in the spotlight for a day. And yeah, we probably helped a lot of kids who probably were on, and I can think of at least 3 off the top of my head that
even
were
if they
on
didn't,
very bad paths.
Even if they didn't jump into the wrestling piece, just to be a part of it or watch it or hang out with us, because everybody was accepted. We didn't give a fuck who showed up.
And no matter who you were, I would try to figure out a way to make a wrestling gimmick out of it. That was kind of what I was known for.
Everybody was welcomed, accepted, and invited. It was great.
I thought he was going to say we prevented some teenage pregnancies.
No, we may have caused some, but
I was about to say, with all the
oh my God!
Well, how many people went out the door with? How many went out the door with? What's her? Oh,
exactly.
No.
But I mean, in our heyday, Phil and I were just beating the women off with sticks. They were so, Tony and Phil, you're the backyard wrestlers. We've got to date you.
Oh my God. Are you the WCC and RXW champions? Oh my God. Just like, yeah.
You know how many times I went home going, hey, ladies, I'm the All-American champ.
Did you ever Did you ever wear it during?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
I'm trying to find out.
Oh, I don't know. I'm wearing the WCC championship right now. I mean,
It's in my soul, Tony. I wear it every day.
Fair enough.
Do you still have that belt?
The All-American, no, because it like fell apart. I had to remake it. I do have it. I had to remake it though.
The strap fell to shit. So, but we still got the plates for it.
Yeah, I've got the perfect way to finish up and round out the main episode here. If you want to sign off and I'll play this, you can go have your smoke.
Well, if that's the case, folks, I'm going to give my little sign off and give it to Tony here to hear what he's got to say. I have been your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, the longest reigning WCC undisputed multiversal world's open weight champion, your King of Extreme, the Tom Brady of wrestling podcasting, the Muhammad Ali of football podcasting, the Superman of podcasting in general himself, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man who makes the other podcast cower, your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, signing off and handing it off to my double broadcast partners, Tony and Chicken. Take it away.
Yeah, thanks for that long drawn-out extra. Only in typical Phil KOE fashion. Yeah, backyard wrestling was a pretty big staple of my youth, and I'm glad we got to share a little bit of this with you guys, and we're going to share a little bit more with ourselves here in a second, but go ahead, finish up, Chicken.
This is so fun. You guys haven't even seen the half of it. We got some great stuff coming up. If you want to see more, you want to delve into not only more videos, but also the real conversation behind some of these videos and what we're really doing behind the scenes. Jump over to the Patreon page. It's $1 monthly. It's nothing. Support the show, support our page. It's nothing, but if you like backyard wrestling, you like jokes, and you like to hear, well, it's not just jokes, it's like dick jokes and stupid jokes and making fun of people we all know.
Wait, Chicken. I know I did my outro, but so you're telling me just $1 a month is all it would take to keep up with the happenings of the Dog and Chicken Show for 1 cup of coffee a month? You get all this and more. I have never heard of a deal that incredible, Chicken. I mean, of all the deals in all history, there was the Louisiana Purchase.
Holy shit.
There was the Declaration of Victory in World War II, and your $1 a month Patreon subscription to the Dog and Chicken Show. Come on. Be part of history. Do it. You know it's right. Chicken, back to you.
So do you see now how I would not have been able to have a backyard wrestling federation without Phil?
Yeah. Fuck, I think we all do.
Yeah. All right. Take it up. I'll play this video.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, subscribe as always. Love ya. Bye.